Vedio concrete work where the nominal maximum size of the aggregate does not exceed 38 millimeters. This method can be employed either in the laboratory or at the site. Apparatus required for slump test. The mold for the test specimen is in the form of the frustum of a cone having the bottom diameter of 20 centimeters, top diameter 10 centimeters, and height of the cone is 30 centimeters. A metal plate of thickness 1.6 millimeters is used as a base. A tamping rod of 16 millimeters diameter and 0.6 meters long is used. Let us now see the step-by-step procedure for concrete slump test. The internal surface of the mold should be thoroughly cleaned and freed from moisture and any set concrete before commencing the test. The mold is placed on the smooth metal plate. The mold is filled in 4 layers, each approximately 1/4 of the height of the mold. Each layer should be tampered with 25 strokes with tamping rod, such that the strokes are distributed over the cross-section. After the top layer is filled, the concrete is struck off level. The mold should be removed from the concrete by slowly raising in a vertical direction. Now, you will notice concrete tends to subside. This subsidence is referred as slump of concrete. This slump value is then measured by the difference of the height of the mold and that of the highest point of the specimen. This difference in height is taken as slump of concrete. The pattern of a slump is displayed on the screen. The test is designed generally for use in the laboratory, sometimes used in sites. This test has an advantage of using this method for concrete mixes of very low workability. The compaction factor apparatus consists of the upper hopper of dimensions, top internal diameter 25.4 centimeters, bottom internal diameter 12.7 centimeters and internal height 27.9 centimeters. A fixed lower hopper of dimensions, top internal diameter 22.9 centimeters, bottom internal diameter 12.7 centimeters and internal height 22.9 centimeters. And a cylinder C of internal diameter 15.2 centimeters and internal height 30.5 centimeters. The distance between upper and lower hoppers and lower hopper and cylinder is 20.3 centimeters. Procedure. The sample of concrete to be tested is placed in the upper hopper up to the brim. The trap door is opened so that the concrete falls into the lower hopper. Then, the trapdoor of the lower hopper is opened and the concrete is allowed to fall into the cylinder. The excess concrete in the cylinder is leveled. The outside of the cylinder is wiped clean. Now, the cylinder filled with concrete is weighted. This weight is known as the weight of partially compacted concrete. Then, empty and clean the entire cylinder. Now, fill the cylinder with concrete in layers where each approximately is 5 centimeters deep. Once fully filled, the top surface is leveled off. The outside of cylinder is wiped. Now, weight per cylinder. This weight is known as the weight of fully compacted concrete. The compaction factor is equal to the ratio of the weight of partially compacted concrete with the weight of fully compacted concrete. With the help of compaction factor value, the degree of workability is calculated with the help of the table.
Strength of a concrete is defined as the ability of the concrete to withstand specific compressive forces. Compressive strength of concrete depends on many factors such as water-cement ratio, cement strength, quality of concrete material, quality control during production of concrete, etc. Generally, the specimens shaped in cube and cylinder are used for testing the compressive strength of concrete. The standard size of a cubical specimen is 150 mm into 150 mm into 150 mm, while the cylindrical specimen is 150 mm in diameter and 300 mm in length. Generally, the fresh concrete is prepared according to the required grades and the respective mix proportion. Once the fresh concrete is prepared, the inner surface of the mold is greased to avoid sticking of concrete. The prepared fresh concrete is then filled in mold in 4 layers. After filling each layer, tamping should be done for 35 times for cube and 25 times for cylinder using a standard tamping rod. Once the mold is filled, level off the top surface with a trowel. After a day, the mold is removed and the specimens are dropped into the curing tank at a standard temperature of 27 plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius. After 7 days, the specimen is taken out of curing tank and dried for a while. Then, the specimen is placed on the compression testing machine. The cube specimen is just placed on the bearing plate, while for cylindrical specimen, it is placed vertically. The instrument is adjusted such that the plate touches the top surface of the specimen. The load is applied gradually over the specimen at the rate of 140 kg per centimeter square per minute. The load at which the specimen fails is noted. Thus, the characteristic compressive strength is calculated from the ratio of load and the area. The test is generally done with the help of 3 specimens and tested for 7 days, 14 days and 28 days. Thank you for watching.